Shalom. Shalom. Giving honor and praise to the creator and the maker of heaven and earth, the most high power. Brothers and sisters, this is Hebrew class or Hebrew lesson number 51, in which, brothers and sisters, we will take the opportunity to go over the aspect of the feminine use in grammar in the language. Now, let's start off in tafila or prayer. Borenu Moshienu Malkenu Zurenu Tienaitanu Wagam King Kishmarenu. Brothers and sisters, let us begin this particular lesson. It's not going to be very long. However, it is going to be expounded upon, okay? And then there will be a part 2 to this, all right? Because many brothers and sisters do not know, and I say this in no disrespect, many brothers and sisters do not know the aspect of speaking to a female in Hebrew or how to be spoken to as a female in Hebrew or how to respond. Give an example. There are sisters who, when they respond to either a man or a woman, a male or a female, they will say, Anito, when in actuality, a female would say Anitoba, all right? Not Anito, all right? Once it comes down to that. Now, grammatically, if I'm asking a woman, Ma Shalomek, which means how is your peace? Then she would say, Shalom Mito, because Tob, being the masculine, has to agree with the word shalom, in that case, which is masculine. But if I were to ask a woman simply, Ma'at, how are you? Or what are you? All right? Or if I were to say Eka'at, she would not say Anito. She would say Anitoba. All right? So that's just something we want to point out. Now, the word Eka means how. All right? So this is something we want to point out in edification purposes. There has not been a Hebrew class in a while because I want the channel to actually not being funny or anything like that, get a little break while I work on the books that I've been working on. All right? Don't want to get too in depth tonight about it, but the books that I wrote are currently out of print because of the publication company that we used, that I used, went flop, went out of business, essentially, in so many words. So I now have to convert it to a new company. So that's why, in part, I have not been doing as many classes. However, this particular time, I believe and feel that it is necessary and it is incumbent to go over this kind of aspect and this kind of lesson. Let's look at this right here. Now, this word that you see right here is the noun. Now, this X, okay, represents any kind of letter in the Hebrew alphabet. This is not the ancient Hebrew Tau. In this particular case, this right here is just, all right, any letter like an unknown. Now, this vowel that you see here is the Kwamatz. And the letter that you see next to this is the Hey. So that says what? Ah, as we went over periodically. So this right here, we want to point out is the singular noun aspect. What you're looking at right here is the same kind of X with any kind of, with that representing any kind of letter, then the Wow with the O, the Kolam, and then the Tau. So that's oat. Okay? This is the plural. Now, this is the standard. Now, every single word in Hebrew that ends with the kwamatz and the hey does not already make it feminine. And every single word in Hebrew that ends with the word or the sound oat, all right, doesn't automatically make it feminine. So this is something we want to point out in that particular case. Give an example. Judah in Hebrew is said as Yahuda, but Yahuda was a man, was a male, all right? So that's just something we want to point out in that particular case, in that particular aspect. So you have the singular, the kwamat with the hey, ah, and then oat, the feminine plural. Okay, now let's look at it, brothers and sisters, shown with this here being an adjective. ADJ mean an adjective. Let's look at this. You have the word Yah. Yapa said by some is Yafa. All right. Now this particular word right here, Yafa, all right, means pretty or beautiful. All right. So that way people can know what that word is for edification purposes. Pretty or beautiful. All right. The plural of that is this one right here, which is what? Yafot. So what happens, what we doing? When an adjective, all right, you have the kwamatine hey. When you show it in the plural form, the hey drops out and the wow with the colon with the tau next to it comes in its place. So that's something we want to point out in that particular case. All right. So let us look, brothers and sisters, at this particular case right here. We have the verb verb. All right. Now, you have what? The sheen, wow, mem, resh, tau. Now, for those already familiar as we've been going over, all right, you can drop out the wow and then take off the suffix of the tau. You're then left with the sheen, the mem, and the resh. Sheen, mem, and resh spells the word shamar. All right. The word shamar means to break. Pardon me. I'm sorry. The word shamar means to guard or to watch. It is actually the word shabar. All right. Shabar, which means to break. Whereas shamar, Shamar, all right, this being a mem making the M sound, means to guard or to watch. So let's look. You have show, shomeret. The word shomeret means what? Guarding or watching. All right. Then in this plural form, only feminine that we're dealing with, we have this here, shom wrote. Shom wrote. Now, one reason why I don't deal in Hebrew with what they refer to as gematria is because you can have the same word shomeret without the wow in there. All right, you will just have the sheen, the mem, the resh, and the tau. All right, so that's one reason why in that particular case. Now, getting back, brothers and sisters, with this right here, this the singular, guarding or watching. This the plural, shomrot. So what do we see so far? With the noun, the adjective, and the verb, all right, we see the ot. Now, this doesn't have an ah with it, but that'll be explained in part 2 of this particular presentation. But you see there has shomeret and shomrot. You still got the ot aspect in this particular case. So this is something we want to expound upon and explain for edification purposes. Now, let's look at the next verb that we have here. We have the word what? Show. Sholachat. All right. This actually here being a kwamat. Okay. Shin wow lamet tav. If you were, as we've been doing, drop off the wow and drop off the suffix of the tau, you're left with shin, lamet, and ket, which spells the word shalak. The word shalak in Hebrew means to send, S-E-N-D. All right? So sholachat is the present tense, singular, feminine singular, of sending or sends. He sholachat, she sends. Okay, let's look at the plural form. You have what? Shol hot. All right? Shol coat. Sholachat, shol coat. Now, what am I showing with these verbs? Is that when you have the shilamim, which is basically referred to as the regular verb, you have it as o et in the singular feminine. And when you have it with the lamechet form, which is referred to in many cases as one of the irregular verbs, you have it as o aat. Now, had that been an ayin, it would have been o aat nonetheless, like sho ma'at, which means hearing or listening. Okay, so that's just something we want to point out in that particular case. Now, the words that we're dealing with are all feminine. There are no masculine words on this board here in the Hebrew. Okay, so let's look at what we're dealing with. Hey, feminine letter. Tau, feminine letter. All right. Kaf, pay, hey. That spells, brothers and sisters, the word kippah. Kippah meaning hat. Okay? So look, you got kippah meaning hat. So what happens? It becomes kippati, which means my hat. So the hay drops off when you're showing a possession of it. All right? All right. Hay becomes towel. The hay becomes a towel. So it's kippati, my hat. Torati, my law. Ishti, my wife. All right. Temunati, my picture. All right. Ritpati, my floor. Now, when I said temunati, meaning my picture, I'm talking about the aspect of a picture that you take with a camera. All right. So that's something I want to point out in that particular case. So the hay becomes towel when showing a possession. So it's not kipahi, it becomes kipati. And this mini lesson becomes important because these ground rules in dealing with the feminine aspect of Hebrew, a lot of brothers and sisters do not know. The Tanakh has a lot of feminine aspect in it in the Hebrew when you go in Ezekiel, the 16th chapter. When you go in Ezekiel, the 23rd chapter. So it is in the Tanakh, but it's not used a lot. But it's important to know because it is part of the language. All right, so in continuing on, let's look at these here pronouns, as some may have figured, and conclude out. Ani, he, anakno, aten, hein. What am I showing, brothers and sisters? Ani means what? I or I am. A female can say ani, or a male can say it. So I felt comfortable saying that there were no masculine words on there, brothers and sisters, because this can also be used by the females, ani. Let's look at this next one here. He means she, as we went over in several lessons. So a female speaking would say, ani shom, pardon me, ani shomeret. I am watching, I am guarding. Ani shomeret otam. I am watching them. Third person here. He shomeret. She is watching. He shomeret otam. She is watching them. All right? So let's deal with the next part of what we're dealing with. Anachnu. Anachnu, brothers and sisters, means we or we are. All right? Anachnu. We or we are. All right? Females can say that, speaking of themselves. Okay? Then we have what? Aten. You feminine plural. Aten. All right? Feminine plural. Then we have the last one here, pain, which means they or they are. And of course, unfortunately, I forgot our other friend. Pardon that. At. At means you or you are, feminine. You are. Now that right here, ani, he, at, singular, top line. Anachno, aten, pain, plural. This is very important. Study this. If you have any questions concerning this, put it inside the comment board. There will be, brothers and sisters, a part 2 to this particular lesson. But I just want to introduce this in the aspect of the feminine usage and grammar in Hebrew because that's very important. Giving honor and praise to the creator and maker of heaven and earth. My contact info, brothers and sisters, will be inside the description. Shalom.